Hey, this is the disc of the week round where I use all the discs of the day throughout one full week and only use those 5 to play a full round. Today I'm going to play at CedaRock. Hey, this is hole 1. I'm going to show what I throw here in a second. I'm throwing the Getaway. Why'd you pick the Getaway again, honey?
Because it's purple, I think. I really don't know.
I left it out way left, but I left myself like a 30-foot putt.
That was Conrad's, right? James Conrad?
Yeah, and then I'm going to putt with, for most of the day, I'm going to putt with the Nomad. And I missed that putt, of course, just a little low right. Hole 2 is kind of a forehand hole. I'm throwing the pure because I can turn this over and take it to the right. Doink, right off the tree. Once again, like a mid-circle to out, just edge of circle putt with the Nomad. And low right, I made that one. The turtle disc. It's a little flippier than I thought it would be, and it hit a tree on the right.
Not go far. I'd say you had to hit something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here's a decent upshot actually. And it's a tap in for an easy par. This is hole 4. The pin is located kind of at a down slope. It's kind of hard to get there. I'm going to throw it nice, but unfortunately, that's a big slope. It's going to skip and end up in the woods. So here I am testing these pants. And yeah, I didn't have much of a chance. Hey, clean the litter up. Please don't litter. This group ahead of me, just a group of 4 guys having a good time. I did not just throw at them. It really looks like I just straight threw at them. I'm going to end up 30
Why'd you awkwardly film that? Or did you not mean to?
I mean, they were just kind of in
They were just there.
They were just there. So, easy par, I think. Yeah, easy par. All right, this one's up a hill, but kind of shorter hole. Like, Mackenzie would not walk up and down this hill very many times.
Doesn't this have... Yeah, it has the 2 tree bushes that you have to get it over.
No, this is at the short pin location, so it's to the right. Normally...
Don't you usually... Isn't there one where you have to shoot in between the 2 of them?
Yes, that's when it's in the long position. Where it would be to the left, inside those like 4 trees. This is the really long one I can never reach. I threw this as a roller. She picked the Witness. The Witness is the most overstable disc in my bag. You can't barely see it, but you could just see it kind of turn over right there at the end. And it was only about 50 feet to 75 feet away from the basket. The closest I've ever gotten to this hole in one throw. So I might use that Witness as a roller disc in my bag. Another getaway throw. I threw this one's terribly short.
I make one like every round at least. This could be it.
Long putt again.
Save it for later. No, I know. But I mean, yeah.
Hey, down the hill again. This one's kind of a tough one because most of the time you're going to end up way in the woods or in the ditch behind the pin. So I always try to kind of soft throw a putter up there. But I think I make a mistake every time. because I turn a putter over and it goes far right. There I am from a knee, basically just trying to get this to the basket through the small gap in front of me to try and save my par. Yeah, I hit the top of the basket. Hey, this one's kind of a cool hole. I would say this is probably the signature hole for CedaRock. You're just going through what is a small gap in the woods there, straight. You make it through the gap, and as long as you can kind of land soft and not go too far, you're pretty good. I'm in the edge of the woods, but it's a makeable putt. And I made the putt. Hey, this one is set up on the left position. There's a left and right pin position for this one. So one's just a forehand and the other one's a backhand. Easy hyzer. And I hyzered it in there, but I don't know these discs, so I'm 50 feet along the path behind the hole. I thought I had a better shot at it. Alright, easy par. This one is a kind of a straight, but kind of tucked into the right side, right in front of a tree. I'm going to throw a forehand at it. I really don't have a good forehand with this disc. I don't know the disc very well. And then it cuts in early, of course. It's a little bit more overstable than I throw. It's also a newer disc. And then I'm on my knee. It's actually a pretty good upshot from where I was.
That works.
And just a little uphill from a creek to save par. Hey, this one, it's kind of hard to see, but it's another kind of downhill slope at the end, but at least it's more grass than gravel and mud, so when it spike hyzers, at least it sticks most of the time. So I'm going to throw this, let it fade out, turn out right, and crash towards the basket. Then just kind of a downhill 25-foot putt. Right, made that one. This one is another kind of simple hyzer like on 11. All I've really got to do is get it around one big group of trees and then just let it go from there. Throwing the Nomad. It's more of an overstable putt and approach disc. Yeah, and that angle was the right angle. I've really got to work on my angle control because that would have been something I could have used on a couple holes back. And that's another birdie. This one is just kind of a longer hole, straight across a large valley. You just got to miss that tree on your right and the big bush on the left, and you're at least in circle one or just outside. Oh yeah, and the camera blows over. I had to fix it. I think I end up just scraping by on the left side of that bush and ended up downhill of the basket. Yeah, of course my putting needs a lot of work, especially my uphill putt. Hey, this one is another kind of longer par 3, or at least for me it is. You've got to get something straight enough and with enough hyzer at the end to get through a couple of trees. And then on the far side to the left. That once again was the Getaway. Overstable enough. And I actually threw that very well. Probably one of the best throws I've had on this hole before. And just kind of a 25, 30 foot shot, but I've got some obstruction on the left. I left it a little short. Little tap in. This is hole 17, par 3. It's like right at 300 and like something feet. I don't have anything that's like the perfect stability or something I would throw for this distance, so of course I throw the relay, the turtle disc. Yeah, I hang that thing out to the right and it kind of just stays out there. I'm like 75, 50 feet away from the pin. Missed the putt horribly, just off screen to the right. Tap it in for par. Yeah, 18 is another unreachable for me par 3, not par 4. I'm just going to kind of throw this a little bit on Annie, throw that gateway, and just get it as far as I can. I don't have any of my distance drivers in the bag since I only have 5 discs. And I'm going to see how close I can get it. Yeah, I feel like I put a good hit on the disc. It felt a lot of snap on there. And then I'm still about 100 out. Good release, and then I think I'm right underneath the basket. Easy par.